In the deep, forgotten swamps of southern Georgia lay Ash Hollow, a withering town all but consumed by time. Dense cypress trees strangled the roads, and Spanish moss clung to the branches like the fingers of the dead. Locals whispered of an old curse tied to the ruins of an abandoned crematory, where betrayal, blood, and fire once birthed a spirit too angry to rest. By November 2025, the town had withered to silence, its storefronts boarded shut, its nights swallowed by fog, and something darker. For Lucas Walker, a 27-year-old drifter seeking shelter, his return would stir the ashes of something ancient and starving. Alongside his mother, Sarah, and a grizzled fisherman named Emmett, Lucas would face the terrifying wrath of a spirit named Mara, whose hunger for vengeance had only grown with time. The storm hit hard. Lucas trudged through ankle-deep water, his backpack soaked, his boots pulling free of the muck with every step. The bus had broken down 2 towns back, and now he was alone on the outskirts of Ash Hollow, the air thick with rot and rain. Lightning split the sky, illuminating the decaying forest around him. He remembered little of his childhood here, only flickers of memories. Rusted wind chimes, swamp songs, and warnings about a woman in the woods. He'd thought them tall tales. Until now, a faint glow pulsed through the trees ahead. Desperate for shelter, Lucas pushed forward, branches clawing at his coat until he saw it, a crooked house barely standing. Its windows flickered with an unnatural light. Thunder cracked as he knocked on the warped door. It swung open with a groan, revealing a striking woman in her mid-30s. She was beautiful in a way that made his stomach tighten. Not attraction, but dread. Her eyes gleamed like oil slicks, bottomless and unreadable. "Come in, Lucas," she said, her voice sweet as molasses and twice as slow. His blood ran cold. He hadn't told her his name. Inside, the house was colder than the rain. The walls wept with mildew, and the air stank of rusted iron and decay. Shadows pooled unnaturally in the corners. "You live here?" he asked, uneasy. "All alone." "I've always been here," she whispered. "You left, remember?" Lucas's heart pounded. "Who are you?" The woman, Mara, smiled wide, too wide. Her teeth were jagged like broken glass. Her face flickered, just for a second, melting, reforming, revealing something monstrous beneath. "I'm what you ran from." Panic seized him. Lucas bolted, the door slamming behind him as he tore through the swamp, her laughter echoing in the trees like a song sung backwards. Branches lashed his face. Shadows followed. Something brushed his back, cold, wet, and impossibly fast. He didn't stop until he reached his mother's cabin at the edge of town. Sarah Walker was a tough, God-fearing woman in her 50s. She opened the door with a shotgun in hand, her eyes wide when she saw her son, soaked and shaking. "Lucas? What in God's name?" He collapsed onto the couch. "She's real," he gasped. "Mara. She's real. She knew me." Sarah's face turned ashen. "You saw her?" She locked the door behind him and lit a circle of candles. "You never should have come back here." Lucas devoured the food she made, boiled grits and smoked sausage, but his hunger only grew. He felt it gnawing at him, like a fire in his gut. "Why do I feel like this?" Sorry for the interruption. If you're still watching, please hit that subscribe button below. So, let's continue the video. Sarah crossed herself. Because she touched you. She feeds through connection. When you looked into her eyes, she saw you. Now she wants to use you. As the wind howled, a voice called through the fog. "Lucas, come back. I made you dinner." He froze. Her voice wasn't outside. It was inside his head. Sarah gripped a rosary. Don't listen. Don't look out the window. But Lucas did. Mara stood in the yard, her face pale and smiling, her mouth twitching unnaturally. As she moved, her form glitched, twitching forward like a corrupted video. Behind her, flickering figures with missing limbs and hollow eyes emerged from the fog. Victims, or worse, hosts. Lucas turned from the window, his stomach churning. I need to stop her. There's one who knows more, Sarah said. Go to Emmett. Emmett Jennings was a 60-year-old fisherman who lived by the river, a man with sun-leathered skin and eyes that never blinked too long. When Lucas arrived with Sarah at his shack, Emmett didn't hesitate. She's tied to the crematory, he said, motioning to a map. That's where it happened. They burned her alive. Now she wears faces. If you look long enough, she'll wear yours. Emmett opened a wooden box and revealed a relic, a crucifix made from scorched pine. This was pulled from the fire that killed her. It's the only thing she can't pass. That night, they prepared. Mara came with the fog. She spoke through the cracks in the wall, her voice twisting into familiar tones. Lucas's dead grandmother, his childhood best friend, even Sarah. Each word scraped at his mind like a nail on bone. I remember you, Lucas. You said you'd stay with me. Don't you love me? Sarah pressed the crucifix to his chest as Mara appeared in the living room, her form shifting, writhing like liquid. The floor groaned beneath her. She wasn't walking, she floated. You smell like him, she cooed, her body contorting, the one who left me burning. Lucas raised the relic. Her skin blistered in its presence and she screamed, an unholy sound that cracked the window panes. They fled to the crematory ruins, moss-covered and reeking of ash. Emmett had doused the walls with kerosene. Lucas stepped inside, the hunger in his gut now roaring. Burn it, Emmett commanded. She's still bound here. But Mara appeared behind them, dragging her claws through the earth, splitting open the ground. Spectral hands clawed from beneath the soil, her army, the ones she'd taken. They writhed and wept, chanting her name. Lucas, you're mine. She surged forward. Emmett struck her with the crucifix, and Lucas hurled the torch. Flames erupted, the fire emerald green, swallowing the crematory. Mara wailed as the spirits she'd consumed turned on her, their skeletal arms pulling her back into the fire. Her final words were not a scream, but a promise. I'll never be done eating. By morning, the ruins were gone, ashes and black earth. But 2 mutilated bodies were found impaled on cypress roots, eyes burned out, their mouths stitched shut by strands of swamp moss. The town buried them with no names. Lucas left Ash Hollow that day. He carried the crucifix and a scar across his chest in the shape of Mara's handprint. At night, he still dreams of her, always whispering, always waiting. Because some hungers, no matter how old, never truly die. And Ash Hollow still remembers the taste of fear. Still watching, but not subscribed. A lot of effort goes into making these videos. When you subscribe and share, it keeps me motivated to create more. So please, make sure to subscribe.